Hi, I'm Donnie Iorez. I've been in operations at Amazon for 10 years, working from the first to last mile. And this is From the Floor, a podcast for operations managers who want to lead better every day. If you're looking for practical insights and tips you can actually use from people you can trust, then you found the right place. My guest this week is Crystal Alvarez, a senior operations manager who came to Amazon from a successful career in accounting through our Pathways program. This time around, we're going to talk about how standard work and how the freedom to fail is one of the best gifts that you can give your team. Our conversation gave me a lot to think about with my own team. So let's get into it. Crystal, welcome to From the Floor. We are so excited to have you. You have quite a interesting and fun story. So before Amazon, you had a full career in a very different career, 10 years in accounting. And before that, I believe you were not planning on going in the accounting track. You planned to go in the pre-med track prior to accounting. So in this whole podcast and this whole conversation, we can talk about logistics, operations, accounting. You can help me with my ailments. And I'm just really excited for our conversation today.
It's going to be a full service podcast for sure.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We have a lot to talk about. But what brought you from accounting and this really structured profession to Amazon, where change happens all the time?
I get that question often. A lot of people are taken aback, you were an accountant? Like, that's so different from operations.
Yeah.
I can tell you that at a certain point, I was very easily distracted at work, just because accounting, you have your cycles, everything is exactly the same. You have your processes in place. I would just kind of wander around, go cube to cube, say hi, check in on people. And so I realized one day that I probably wasn't meant to be a corporate accountant. And so I was thinking back, and at the time I was doing my MBA, and I thought, what was my favorite job ever? And honestly, it was loading trailers at UPS. I loved everything about the environment. I was excited to go to work, even though, you would come home, you're dirty, sweaty. I just absolutely loved it. It was a common goal. Everyone had a sense of camaraderie. And so I was looking into different paths that I can do, and no pun intended, I found Pathways, and I was hooked. It is literally the only thing that I recruited for. So it was either Pathways or stay an accountant. And thankfully, I guess I nailed my interview. It went really well. I was super excited, and they extended an offer, and really I haven't looked back since.
And just really quickly, for those listening or watching, Pathways is our program for high-performing leaders coming from different career paths prior to Amazon.
Yeah.
And so you are a senior operations manager in the Las Vegas area. What does that mean?
It means a lot of things. Senior operations managers, or pretty much anyone at Amazon, wears a lot of hats. But it boils down to basically owning a department or two at a site, and making sure that everything is in place, everything's running smoothly, barriers are removed. And at the end of the day, you're helping to run the site as a whole.
So was it what you expected on day one?
So I did a lot of research. As you can imagine, and somebody that was an accountant, I do a ton of research, which kind of drives my wife crazy sometimes. Just make a decision and buy the thing, right? But this was a career change, so obviously I was going to watch YouTube videos.
What about the job when you were doing your research drew you to the Pathways position itself?
So as an accountant, I really hit my stride when I became an accounting manager, managing people. But when you're in that sort of role and environment, typically you don't have a very large span of control. And so I think the thing that appealed to me the most when I was doing the research is the fact that I would have, 50 or 60 direct reports under me. So I really just leaned into that. And that that is still to this day my favorite aspect of the job, is just, going around, getting to meet people, and not just meeting people, but caring about them. Hey, you told me last week that your dog was sick. How's your dog doing? But genuinely just asking those questions and making sure that your team is okay on every level, not just at work. That really just kind of drives me. It's what I look forward to. So
I totally get that. The people side is personally what has always been my why at Amazon. There was a period for about 9 months where I was in an individual contributor role. While I loved the impact I was doing, I missed something. Like, I missed developing people. And I think I have strong earned trust and I can influence people. But I really missed developing a team. And I even think back to being an area manager on the floor and developing my team of frontline associates to, the roles I've been in regional leadership roles. Like, that to me has been where I find the most joy in what I do. So I totally understand that point that you have there.
absolutely. I once had an area manager tell me, hey, your boss, your direct boss, has more of an impact on your life than your therapist does. And it's something that just kind of hit me. And it's true. If you go home at the end of the day and you're upset with your boss, that's the type of interaction that stays with you. And so I try to be supportive as often as I can. The last thing I want is to just brush by someone that wants to say hi to me, and I have to tell them, like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't have time for you, right? That cannot happen. If your team respects you, not necessarily likes you, but respects you, your job is a lot easier.
Absolutely. Leading your team well means staying in the loop. The A to Z Manager channel has the updates, tools, and resources built for Amazon leaders, all in one place. It's the easiest way to stay connected to what matters most. Check it out on A to Z. How did you think about onboarding? And how did you start acclimating to the role itself in terms of what you would have to do to start being an expert in the space?
Learning departments are the backbone of any Amazon facility. And they are literally unsung heroes. They make sure that the associates are trained, sure, but they also play a large part in onboarding new managers, new leaders into the building. They truly care. And so through surveys, escalations, things of that nature, Amazon has built a very substantial playbook in training new managers. They are taking so much feedback and making sure that the managers feel safe and comfortable in their knowledge of their departments. We're still getting feedback to this day. Despite, having the several weeks of training, I had an OM recently come to me and say, hey, you know what? I feel like there's still a deficiency in, this, and this space. And this is the plan I would like to introduce. And it would involve, having a mentor. And I told her to run with it, and she's, going to test it out at the site.
And so now I want to take you out of the area manager crystal, and I want to put you in the senior operations manager crystal mindset. How do you create that environment that promotes the space for your area managers to take risks, appropriate risks, and be able to fail fast but learn from it?
I think if my OMs, my AMs were to describe me, I would imagine chill would be a word. Especially the kids these days, right? They love that word. But it's intentional on my part. I don't want them to be afraid. And so in every interaction that I give, whether it be in passing or a formal one-on-one, I want them to know to not be afraid. And so, gradually over time, as you get to know your new team, or, if you get someone new on your team, they'll, hey, what do you think about this? I'm like, yeah, go for it. Do it. Worst case scenario, like I'm a worst case scenario person, and that's in life, right? I will run through a decision like, okay, what is the absolute worst thing that can possibly happen? And 9 times out of 10, it's not that bad. And so you just do it. And so that's kind of where I want to get my team whenever I meet a new team, or even if, someone seasoned that you get onto your team. You just want them to know that they have the freedom to make mistakes if they need to. But at the same time, you just want things done quickly. And so usually things work out. Your team's moving quickly, which is better than, not moving quickly at Amazon. With Amazon, you want results immediately. And so I just want to be the type of leader to my team that allows for mistakes so that they feel comfortable. And over time, it gets to the point where they don't even ask my permission anymore, which is beautiful, right? That's what I want. They'll come to me and say, hey, I did this, this, and this. This didn't work, so I pivoted to this. But basically, you're welcome, right?
Well, we're getting a little tight on time, so I think I'm going to tie up with 2 more questions. The first one I want to ask is still focused around culture. Do you feel like Amazon's culture promotes all of our employees to show up authentically?
Absolutely. Even thinking about it now, someone will jokingly like, oh, are you going to look elsewhere? I honestly can't imagine being happier anywhere else. I always felt like to some extent I had to hide who I was when I worked at other companies for various reasons, or, insecurities on my own self. Right. But I haven't felt that here since the very beginning. And even at the very beginning, it was just my own personal idea of what I was supposed to be when I showed up. But I very, very quickly realized that you can be whoever you want here. I saw somebody on the floor that same, my first day, that she was a L6 OM and she had blue hair. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, we can have blue hair here.
Yeah.
Whereas before, I was very polished and buttoned up and, wore suits and cardigans. Here I don't. I usually wear polo, but you can wear a t-shirt, you can wear jeans, and have tattoos, and it's not taboo. These are just things that reflect society as a whole, and they're celebrated here. So it's just very comforting knowing that I work for a company that is so openly accepting of everybody.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's also something that makes me really appreciate where I work too. Being here for a minute, and having the same realizations of, wow, I was in Tampa when I started. I can wear shorts to work every day. That's great. But I can be who I am. So I'm glad to hear that you've had a similar story. Crystal, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your busy day to talk with me. And I'm really looking forward to catching up with you again soon.
Thank you for having me. The pleasure was all mine, and I look forward to our future chats.
Absolutely. Thanks to Crystal for joining me, and thank you for listening. If today's conversation gave you a new idea, perspective, or tool to bring back to your team, be sure to like, follow, or subscribe so you never miss an episode. Join me next time for another conversation from the floor.